about it, and Flash was really, really good about it. So, dang. So it's going to be Woody and Chester in the finals. And it looks like Woody is running his crossbow deck. And Chester is going to be running his Goblin Barrel deck. Let's go ahead and put the miner up here. All right. Crossbow. Again, tags onto the tower. This time the prince is actually splashing onto the crossbow. Zaps it, but still not gonna. It's still shooting at the tower. Oh my god, 1.6k, and the Ice Wizard is gonna tag on a few more shots. That's okay, Flash. It's perfectly normal to challenge a decision. That's fine. It's okay to do that. At least you weren't belligerent about it, right? Which is the worst that can happen. But we can talk about that later. We're focusing on the match between Woody and Chester now. Good miner takes down a lot of health on that collector, and Woody is in a good advantage for this match here. Right. Tesla Tower does a good job defending. Barbarians slice up goblins. The crossbow gets slowed down by the Ice Wizard, and that's doing pretty well against it. The Goblin Barrel gets arrowed down, but that's an elixir even trade, and finally the crossbow tags on a few shots, but doesn't have much health left. It is rocket on the Ice Wizard. No, it actually misses the Ice Wizard. And the goblins too. Valkyrie cleans away 2 of the goblins, but one of them remains, and that will still do a good amount of damage. Arrows is going to try to tag the goblins on top, as well as the 2 remaining goblins at the bottom, or rather the 1 remaining goblin on the bottom. 823 to 1.5k. And here it comes. Valkyrie. Couldn't make it very far against the Ice Wizard, but now we're in overtime, and the rocket cycling is starting to happen. The barrel gets, oh my god, the positioning was the absolute correct positioning. Those goblins didn't even appear for a second, and Woody's going to be able to just rocket it out. He just needs to cycle to it. Here it comes. Here it comes. You can't stop the music. Oh my god, send it! There it goes. Woody takes it with his crossbow deck, so that deck's out. He needs to win the next match with his Mortar, Mini Pekka, and Miner. All right. All right, so Woody and Chester starting with their second match. Woody is up 1-0. He won with his crossbow deck, which I don't think has lost. I think his crossbow deck has won every single game. The only deck that has lost is actually his Mortar deck. Valkyrie plus Ice Wizard to defend against Mortar. Minion Horde on top. Gonna take down the Valkyrie, get zapped up, and the Ice Wizard is gonna be able to clean up the rest of those units. Let's see if this princess can win in this fight. With the tower to help. It does. She does. Princess moves across and we'll be able to get maybe one shot off, or maybe another card will be played. No. Chester's gonna let it rock. Miner plus Spear Goblins. Mini Pekka is placed well to defend. Here you go. Miner gets a big opening in the back. but it's going to be doing fairly minor chipping damage, but 1.9k is a pretty good starting point for Woody. And he seems to be pretty comfortable in this match. And really this deck, it really does come down to just looking for opportune moments, playing the mortar very, very selectively. Fireball against Princess hits the tower. It's generally a good choice, but playing your mortar very selectively is very important. Woody doesn't just play the mortar all the time, he really finds the situation where it can have maximum benefit and plays it. The only time he plays the mortar straight out is in the start of the match. Just in case you don't have your card cycle, and you've seen that, we've seen that punish players a lot when they don't have the cycle of cards set up yet, and he plays a mortar right at the start, he could get a lot of damage off of it, but after that point, there's not actually that many naked mortars that Woody plays. It's always within situations that he knows the mortar will have big impact. Minions are tanked for by the miner, but don't make it very far before the minions on Chester's side cleans them up. And again, we see this interaction. But this time, the Ice Wizard tags onto the tower. And again, Fireball. And here's the mortar placement now. Ice Wizard to defend. Nice, and a mortar tagged onto the tower. This is going to hurt a lot for Chester. Mini P.E.K.K.A in the way to stop the Valkyrie from doing damage. Zap on the Spear Goblins, and this mortar is continuing to tag onto the tower. Valkyrie is going to get a swing into it. Unfortunately, the Mini P.E.K.K.A didn't win that duel. But if it had, that would have been a lot of damage. 862 now. But the miner makes a big entry into Woody's right side tower. And he's going to reduce that tower health down to 933. And Chester did a really good job catching up. That was a big push from him. And all the difference between Woody being able to take down the Valkyrie with his Mini P.E.K.K.A in front of the mortar and not. 410 health now for the right side tower for Chester now. And remember, Woody still doesn't even have a rocket in this deck, so he can't cycle like he did in the last game. But it's coming down to the wire. Valkyrie moving across. There's a tombstone, but the Valkyrie is going to do really well against it. Miner being used to tank and draw away units, and Woody's going to avoid a very dangerous situation playing his miner in that method. I really like that. He's really trying to grab control of the situation again and gain his footing back. There's a mortar played. Mini P.E.K.K.A against the miner is going to stop a lot of damage. Ice Wizard is slowing down the Valkyrie and the Ice Wizard. The mortar is going to tag onto the tower, and this is really bad. One more shot. Woody! Oh no, he's going to be the two-time winner. And oh my god, Woody, with mortar and crossbow, 2 in a row, takes the finals, wins first place. Woody is our first repeat winner for invitational bracketed events and also a 3-time major event winner in the SuperMagicalCup. And he has just such great technical skill, placing his units, placing his troops, good miner placement. He's a great miner player. He has good aggression with his minion horde, and he plays siege like a god. And Woody has won the first invitational event and also the first 800-man event for Season 2 of the SuperMagicalCup.